Well, the debate continues over a Minneapolis bathhouse ordinance that would one day legalize venues once popular in the 1980s.
Yeah, there's still a long way to go before that happens. Members of the City Council hearing from residents today ahead of next week's vote. Karen Scullin sat in on today's hearing, and she's joining us live from Minneapolis. So, Karen, let us know what the discussion was about today.
Right, well, bathhouses and having sex at them used to be legal in Minneapolis before the AIDS crisis hit. Well, now some council members and some community members want to repeal that ban that was put in place in 1988, and they're at the very beginning stages of making that happen. Now, the discussion around the issue we're underway with two public hearings, one yesterday and one today. At this point, the effort is in its infant stages with a very long way to go before there would actually be a commercial space where it's legal to have sex. Those who spoke out today were mostly from the LGBTQ community, since that's who traditionally uses these spaces. The argument is that it creates a safe space to engage in sex with condoms and other items available, along with education and resources. Councilmember Vita of Ward 4 made it clear this doesn't mean a bathhouse will open next week or next year.
This policy change will strengthen our public health system. Public health has evolved dramatically since the original bathhouse bans, which were issued in raids, fear, and shame around HIV. Together with new strategies like PrEP and U=U, we have the tools to reduce HIV transmission, and so our task is not to eliminate spaces where people have sex, but to bring people out of the shadows where we can give them the tools that we have in place.
There's not going to be a bathhouse on every block. I think that is the narrative that has been created here, that like, you get a bathhouse, you get a bathhouse, you get a bathhouse, right? Like everywhere, because that is the fear that's happening in my community too. People are like, I want a bathhouse, but not on the corner where the school is.
I still have a lot of questions on this, and I look forward to the conversations before I make my mind up.
Now, the measure passed a committee yesterday with a 4-3 vote. Today's Public Health and Safety Committee, it also passed there with a 6-1 vote, that one no vote coming from Michael Rainville. So now the measures go to the full council next week for a vote. But again, even if it passes, this does not mean that bathhouses and having sex at them will happen anytime soon. There is still a very long way to go. We're live in Minneapolis. Karen Scullin, Fox 9.